Minister of State in the office of the Finance Ministry, Honorable Mohammed Amin Adam Anta, has stated it the day before yesterday very clearly and emphatic that yes, people will be asking those questions like you have asked, especially our opponent from the NDC. He make it very clear that what we will be using the monies for, we are going to use those monies to rebuild or to build the businesses, the small and macro businesses that seems to be collapsing in the country.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
The money will be used to rebuild those businesses.
Very well.
We will also be using those monies to pay some of the economic challenges, especially the projects and policies that we have implemented that seems not to be going on well. You understand? These are the things that the monies will be spent on. We are not going to spend it on kebabs or maybe a kenke that we were talking about. No. This is Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and the NPP government. We are a very serious people and a very serious political party. We want to make sure
you must be one.
That is it. In London, the country, we need to take the country from to the next level. You understand? Okay. That is why, Chief Ndeeya, you have seen so many policies and programs have been implemented under Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and the NPP government.
Very well. Very well. Thank you very much for your submission. That was Namza Kale you just listened to. He is the representative of New Patriotic Party, that is the NPP. We are here on Reach FM 104.9, and we are discussing, we are the morning show segment, that is the flash, or if you like the splash segment. And we are discussing the newspapers headlines, most especially the topical issue or the trending issue. So the topics we are looking at today is the IMF, monies that has been hit the Bank of Ghana account. That is the first rank. That is the 600 million Ghana cedis. We're looking at how we are going to spend it as a country, whether the government will follow the rules that has been putting up in spending the IMF money, or will just do as business as usual. And so we're going to the NDC representative to also have his bite on it. He is in the person of Omar. Omar.
Yes.
So you happen to be an old guys or incompetent IMF, what do you call it? The persons, because once you were in government, yes, during the 2014-2015, when the bell was ringing for you to go to IMF, we see what Namza Kale and Co.
they were saying
was doing to you. So what is your share on it?
Before then, let me just say,
be quick. You also have 10 minutes. So
okay.
This is
before then. Let me just say,
you stop around 9:02.
Okay. Let me just send a warm greetings to my MP.
Okay.
Honorable ABF Hussein.
Okay.
And to my newly elected PC, Honorable Ataisa.
Okay.
And greetings to my communications officer.
Okay.
General Amin.
Okay.
And all the regional executives.
Very well.
I will say that it was not an easy task on us, but we were able to come out very successful.
Wonderful.
So, the topic that you tabled. Okay, I will just say very good morning to my brother Namza Kale, because he used the 10 minutes, and I did not
you
even
too,
know
if
what
you are
he
not
was
serious,
saying.
you do same.
I did not even know what he was saying here, because all what he's saying, they have painted all black before. In opposition, they said when you go to IMF, you are incompetent.
Really?
You don't know your work. You don't know what you are doing.
Okay.
But today he's here defending IMF. He's here saying all sort of things. As if when you go to IMF, you are being achieved
Okay.
something.
Okay.
But in previous years, it was that when you go to IMF, you don't know your work, you are incompetent, and that means the management of the economy has gone back in such a way that you have to go to IMF. So now, IMF,
Okay.
what brought us to IMF?
Okay.
Reckless borrowing.
Really?
Yes. Before we went to IMF, there was calls from the minority side of the parliament telling this government that your recklessness, how you borrow, will send us to ditch.
Okay.
But Namzakale and Co. and their leaders, they were promising, they were internally saying that they will never go to IMF. It is only people who don't know how to manage their economy who does go to IMF. But today he is citing Mauritius and whatever, that they are yet to come out from IMF, but they are yet to go in and get their tranche and bring it to Ghana. So because of that, we should clap for them.
Yes. But don't you see it's an achievement?
This is not an achievement.
It's an achievement.
It is incompetent on their part to go to IMF. If
Really?
it was that,
Because the finance minister said it was dangerous, right?
yes, he said
that we are a proud nation.
His deputy, he himself, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has been citing a whole lot of our neighbors. He was comparing our economy to our neighbors.
Okay.
But when he was speaking,
okay.
I did not hear him saying, let us talk about Cote d'Ivoire economy. Why Cote d'Ivoire is not at the IMF. But he was citing Cote d'Ivoire. When John Mahama, no, your vice president was citing.
Our vice president.
Let's be
let's be democratic.
Okay, let me put it in the way that you like. Our vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia,
very well,
was saying that let us compare Ghana economy to La Cote d'Ivoire. But today, can we do the same? He has talked, he has spoken a lot, but I have seen that he was just going around the whole issue.
Okay.
He cited that Russia and Ukraine. Mr. Host.
That is Ndeeya, Chief Ndeeya.
Mr. Ndeeya.
Okay.
I want to find out. Ghana, what are we exporting from Russia and Ukraine?
Importing from Russia and Ukraine.
Yes, and importing.
Basically, we import fertilizer. Okay.
So
and other things.
And what?
And most of our farm activities.
So let me count.
Or farm tools.
Before Russia and Ukraine war, how much was fertilizer?
Okay. For me,
it was already skyrocketing with the prices. There was everything in this country that was projecting to die. Our economy will go to the ditch. But this government and his communicators were painting everything to look nice on the face of Ghanaians. Before 2020, our minority was on them. The way you borrow, the way you spend, the way you use your slogans, saying that their policies, it cannot yield any results to our economy. But they refuse. You have spent over 480 million or 80 billion into this economy, and it has nothing to yield. You are rather going to borrow another $3 billion, and that one can save us. No. They should tell their communicators that the 3 million is only coming for us to survive small, but not to save the economy. Saving the economy is in the hands of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He knows how to put on policies that is not going to be deceptive, policies that will bring out results, policies that will add something to our economy, not something that you will go and borrow and come and use it for KK party.
So let me ask you, in the short run,
okay,
what is your alternative as the next, party to form government?
The next party to form government, we have been saying
they are on unlikely event. You are.
It is not unlikely.
You are.
It is.
You are.
We are coming to
in government. What is your alternative?
We have put a whole lot of policies. We told them that they should cut their government size.
Okay.
They should check on corruption. Corruption is something that is eating up in this country.
Okay.
His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo promised Ghanaians that when he comes, he is going to use analysis principle. It has vanished.
But
Journalists don't.
someone, sorry for this, someone will say that the NPP too, the NDC too is known to be corrupt. So how will you deal with
How did we manage the corruption? That is the question.
Okay.
Did we chase journalists around? Did we tell journalists
You
that
chase journalists.
you
Being
can't
a journalist, sorry,
ask when
you
you
chase a journalist, but not as magnitude as the NPP does to
yes,
us.
yes. So
As for chasing
they are in
journalists, the
government
two of
and
you
they
are
are
guilty of
here to
that. But the
do.
NPP has championed that
The NPP
in
is in
recent time.
government to solve the problems of Ghanaians,
Mhm.
not to what use their failures to compare to that of the NDC and be projecting success.
They see you as an alternative.
They see us as an alternative. They can compare our
But they
track
say you
record
are
in
scary.
government. In government, we were able to do things that this NPP government criticized.
Okay.
But when they come to power, they have done worse.
Meaning the
There is no
NPP said,
freedom. Yes, you can see there's no. They have lost the fight of corruption. They have lost it, and that is why our economy is like this.
so
Tell me, the 480 billion that we have accumulated in the country. Namzakali can mention one policy that is bringing out money, that can maybe recushion our economy, like Kia Terminal 3 that John Dramani Mahama put in place, like Atuabo gas plant that is giving us electricity now, like Commander Sugar Factory that is giving us.
the Commander Sugar Factory is not operating currently.
If it
Sorry,
is not operational,
you are left with
it is incompetent on
you
their
are
part.
left with 2 minutes.
It is incompetent on their part to even say
You are left
so
with 2 minutes.
because it was just about to be operational.
Okay.
They are 7 years in government. What have they put in place that we can use to compare to Gupe Cement Factory that is yielding results to the economy?
Okay.
So Namzakale and Co cannot use IMF as a success to jump on radio stations on routes telling people that they have received 600 million whatever. No,
But-
it is adding to our debt. They should know that.
But somebody will tell you, according to some of the economists, like Joe Jackson's and co, that it is a stepping stone, okay, to help revamp the Ghanaian economy.
So they have agreed that
And that if there is prudence, okay, if there is prudent management on the part of the government, our economic successes will begin to yield certain results. Because not just the money.
Mr.
When
Dokorogo,
they begin
Mr.
to get,
Dokorogo,
let me learn. You will.
So,
I'll give you time.
Okay.
That when they get this IMF deal, the day that the money began to hit the Ghanaian accounts, that there will be some investor confidence and what have you. And so the government, upon managing the money given to them prudently, they will be an economic success.
So, Mr. Dokorogo,
Okay.
you and I have agreed that the economy is now in ditch.
Okay. So
Nobody
now I
believes in
have
Ghana.
you
It's now
minute.
yes, it's now a junk economy. Nobody believes in it unless IMF will give us 600 million. Then investors will now have belief in our economy. The economy, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was saying that they have economic management team, and he was mentioning their names. All of them are still alive. Now, no investor has confidence in our economy. That is the case now. They have agreed that. And we are saying they cannot send us back to where President John Dramani Mahama left the economy. It was very solid. It was every economist on earth was projecting that NDC and the way we manage the economy, our country was in the right path. They came and met a whole lot of funds, heritage fund, sinking fund, whatever. They scrambled everything.
So
They borrowed on top and nothing to show.
So in your belief, or in the nutshell,
Yes.
You in the NDC believe that nothing is going to change so far.
Unless President John Dramani Mahama comes to
Thank
power
you very
with
much.
his own policies.
You have spent your time,
Yes.
and we have seen how you have been able to maneuver your way relative to the IMF monies and matters around it. Thank you very much. Namza Kali,
Yes.
you had a minute
It should be
to
three.
rebut this
If
one.
you have three, I also have three.
You
No,
have
you have don't have you for you
you
don't have
have
a butter.
a minute to
Why?
rebut.
I started.
Hello, you have a minute to rebut.
Okay. No
Okay,
problem.
when you start the topic, you also had the benefit to have a minute to rebut.
That is it.
So, you have heard your brother.
Yes, I've
And
listened to him.
what do you
And
have to say
you
about
see,
it?
Chief Ndeeya, you see,
Mhm.
in fact, I wanted this my friend Umar to mention a policy that he was talking about. John Dramani Mama has implemented the whole of the NDC. They cannot one policy to their credit. They cannot mention.
You mean
one
they can't mention a policy
from
to their credit
I mean
as
John
a
Dramani
political
Mama,
party?
John Dramani Mama alone. He cannot, being the vice president and the president of the republic for 4 good years, he cannot mention a policy to his credit.
Really?
Let me just look at them. You see, he was talking about, in fact, he talked about so many things.
Mhm.
But what I want Umar to know is that NDC went to the IMF, came back, and removed the allowances of teacher trainees and nursing trainees. If he thinks that we are going there to recklessly, you see, you were those we were accusing. When you went to the IMF and came, you gave part of the money to Muttaka Mubarak, the Asawasi MP, to go and support a certain woman. When he went, it was kebab and pampers he went and bought to them.
But someone will say you also organize Kinke and
You see,
listen party.
Chief Ndeeya,
So
this one was
what's
exiting.
your point here?
It was exiting.
Uh-huh.
You understand? But this one, when they had the money, they didn't have any
So you write it down.
any action plan, in fact, a very good plan lined up for the good people of this country. But we are saying that IMF is coming. You see, Joe Jackson and Mr. Samuel George, they are the two of them are in fact a very renowned economists in the country. So if they are saying that we are stepping, they say, in fact, we are on a path to solve the economic problems, and you as an NDC, I mean, that's why sometimes I look at the NDC to be enemies of this country. I say this because look,
You must be winding up.
that is it. Whatever, look, it doesn't mean, Chief there, it doesn't mean if you are not in government, you should not support the ruling government to succeed.
Okay.
The point is that, look, if Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo fails today, the failment of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is going to affect the whole country, whether you are NDC or MPP. Look at when the fuel prices were going up.
Thank you very much.
We were all buying fuel.
You
So it is not true.
exhausted your 1
Yes,
minute.
it is not true.
Namza, your mic
No
will
problem.
go off.
It's okay.
Okay. So in fact, we're going to look at the second topic. But before we go there, I had some messages here asking me about our Facebook. Listen, we are live here, okay, on Reach FM 104.9. And if you are in Facebook and you are out of reach and you want to join us, we are on Facebook Live. That is Dokuru Abakar and Ndeeya. If you just search for me, you are going to be live on the program. Now, we're going to look at the second topic at hand. We have just looked at the IMF 600 million that we have received as a country, and then the matters around it. Most of the pundits or economists, experts when it comes to economic, like Theo Achampong and Co. And other,
Jackson.
economic gurus in the country, such as Prof. Bokpin and Co., has making a statement on the what do you call it, monies, or the IMF, the entire IMF program, and they make it emphatic that we will survive this if the economic managers has changed their livelihood. If they don't change how they posture themselves, the government budgets and what have you, that these monies will only be a sham. And we pray that the authority at the end of the day will inure to the benefit of the entire country, because these monies that are coming is not coming uh, in charity. It is coming as and a what, a additional debt to us, and so it will do us good to manage the money prudent. We in the media expect the government to sort of measure how they spend the public purse, so that at the end of the day we can be able to, as it were, do something, as a country, so that our currency will be strengthened. Basic economic livelihood will be able to, as it were, stabilize, and everything that we are seeing currently will be better. Because trust me, if you are indeed a citizen and you are indeed somebody who is genuine and rational, you will know that we are not in good times at all. Everybody is suffering in this country currently as we are. Even the national service personnel are suffering. Okay, not to talk of the other people you can mention, the ordinary people, the poor man in the village, and what have you. Because if fuel prices, is something that is high, you can imagine the economic livelihood we going to find ourselves in as a country. Okay, and so Umar, we
Yeah.
coming to you. We are to look at the second topic, and that is the Komau by election. We have so many footages on that. We see the MPP and the campaign that they're doing there. We see the NDC and the campaign that you are carrying out there. What baffles some of us is the fact that the Komou constituency is a stronghold of the MPP. In fact, the MPP have the seat. Okay, the honorable member, the lead, okay, happen to be an MPP parliamentarian. But we see that prior to these elections, okay, which is coming on Tuesday, there are rules that have been tied there. There are so many things that are happening there. So we ask, as a political party, okay, who is an opponent to them, don't you think that what you are doing there would only, not add anything? Because at the end of the day, if there is money, they will use the money. If there is the incumbency, they will use it and then sweep the this thing from you. But I can see that a whole NDC, is there.
Mr. Doprogo,
Yes.
before I'll proceed on to that topic,
Okay.
let me clear
And
this.
so you have 15 minutes.
Let me clear
15
this.
minutes. This is 9:11.
Okay, let me clear this.
And so you are stopping.
Slogans aren't policies.
You are stopping on 21. Okay.
Slogans are not policies.
Okay.
That
Very
is
well.
what Namza Kale and NPP should know. The current only policy of this government.
The only policy currently of this government.
Yes, the only current policy.
Okay.
Let me put it on now. Under this government.
Okay.
Is free SHS. The rest are slogans. The free SHS, it starts from somewhere. It is our constitutional right for us to have what? Free education.
Okay.
It is part of our constitution. And it was NDC who deliberately added it to
Yes,
our
Article 25 thereabout
Thank you
stated
very
that.
much. So when you bring slogans and you say policy, where is NAPCO? Where is planting for food and jobs? When our food and everything is, the prices of our foods are going up each
So
and every day.
you have just spent 2 minutes in your 15
Yes, I will
minutes.
use that time. You've given me
Yes.
15 minutes. So And he was saying that
So does it mean that
we went to IMF and brought in money, and that conditionality led us to cancel allowances. Go to the training colleges and mention allowances to them, and you see what they will tell you.
okay?
Yes, he should try it. He should just go there. How many months have they paid for allowances to our students? And it's not there.
But did the NDC really scrapped it
Yes, we
on
scrapped it
paper?
with a different policy. We scrapped it, and make the numbers in our uh, training colleges. Let's say if they were picking only 100, they can now pick, maybe they can admit 400,
Okay.
500, in order to make everybody to get a taste of the training. Because I don't see any reason why over 2,000 people will go and apply for school. Then later you come and admit only 150 in the name of allowances because you want to give allowances.
Okay.
So the policy was that admit more and scrap allowances. That was the policy.
Okay.
Then. And it helps a lot because so many people benefit from that policy. So
And you were booted out of power because of someone.
because Ghanaians were buying the lies, the misinformation
Okay.
that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the entire MPP were propagating. Then, let me come to the by-elections.
Okay.
You see, my boss has been saying this, Honorable Ataisi. He has been saying that if you are a leader and you've been a leader for years, and it gotten to a point that you only go around and be begging people to reinstate you as a leader, then it's better you stop or you resign as a leader. And that is what is happening in Kumaru. A ruling government is begging people in churches, going to their houses, kneeling down, begging them, giving them a bowl of rice, doing all sorts of things. It tells you that there was no work going on in that constituency. They were voting for the NPP since 92, but there is nothing that they can point at that constituency that this is what we have done. So use that one and vote for us. The entire party, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Eba, in the entire government is in Kumaru now. And I bet you the results will shock them. The results,
are you sure?
Yes.
Because if you look at
we had
the past.
Yes, we
okay.
had a little over 2,000 votes.
Okay,
there.
and so they have about 78%.
They had 12,000 plus. The difference is 10,000. We don't need 10,000 to win that seat. Okay. We need half of 10,000.
These independence candidates you are relying on, they were there.
I tell you that we need less than 10,000 votes. Okay. We just need half of 10,000 votes to win that seat.
Really?
Yes. Okay. And when we get that half of 10,000 from the NPP, we are going to win.
What is your new strategy? What is your new plan? Because looking at the constituency, it's a stronghold of MPP.
We are communicating to the people. Everybody should look at his situation. How much do you buy fuel?
Okay.
They should use that kind of basic economic hashtag we are going to.
You mean the basic economic indicators?
Indicators. Thank you so much. To make their decision, they should not go in for I call it prank, because you cannot wait when our MP died. Then you will now come and you'll be doing constructing roads. Meanwhile, when he was alive, they neglected them. Even up to a point
but the road minister said
up to a point that when they were doing the nomination for the DCEs, this man was forced not to enter into the hall. Yes, it was part of their life in Cameroon.
For instance, the road minister asked for the part of the road. He was granted interview. He said that it isn't that because of the by-election, that it was already been budgeted.
For 7 years, where were they? The road minister.
Okay.
He was not in this country.
Maybe Namzaka will be
He
able
was
to
not in this country. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia never knew there was a constituency called Kumewo. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, do not even know that there is a constituency called Kumewo and their rules are bad. This is not just only Kumewo. You can just go around this constituency that we are. If you go around it, you will know what I'm talking about. There is nothing going on. Everything is about sloganism. We did this, we did that. But when you go, nothing. So that in everything in Kumewu is just telling the whole country that nothing is going on in this country.
So MPP NDC as a political party who is having hope to win the seat. What is the new thing? Because, like I said, if you don't come with a tactical new plan, okay, chances are that you
know
just
when you are going to buy election, the tactics and the plans and all the measures that you put in place is on grounds.
yes. I saw Chairman Azoka there.
Yes.
I saw the barrier currently. That is His Excellency,
executing all our plans that we
former
put in
President
place.
John Dramani Mahama there.
They are there.
I saw the women organizer wing there.
They are all there to put our party in.
So you mean you're just going?
We will win that seat and rescue Kumewu from the underdevelopment that they have been experiencing in that constituency. Then we'll add it to our seats and form majority.
But someone will say that it's better for them to stick to MPP because even if they vote for the NDC, you are in the minority. You can't do anything.
When they vote for us, we are going to the majority.
You can't bring any.
We'll go to the majority side of parliament and we'll go with him in the general elections and we'll win again and we'll go to power with him. So there is nothing like when they vote for, they should just stick with NPP. When they stick with NPP, they will be under a default. Since 92, you have been voting for a certain party that is not developing you. And when your MP died, they are now in constructing roads, giving you money, doing all sort of things, kneeling down, begging you.
But they will say, some land will also say that both of the parties are guilty of that. NDC strongholds like Sanaro constituency. What have you been doing since 92?
Sanaro constituency, we have not been in power for 7 years now. And I can tell you, when we're in power, all those rules that we kept on, or we have given to contractors, they have abandoned all.
Okay.
The policy rules are there.
Yeah, wait a minute.
The policy rules are there.
Okay.
The Sanaro Kuku rules are there.
Okay.
The Kunyavila road is still hanging there.
But this one has been tied to Paisi.
Which one? This road. It was everything. The gutters and everything were done by Honorable Ibi Ofisini.
Really?
Yes.
They know you people say he has not been working.
Who?
The NDC.
No, he has been working. He has done his part.
Okay.
You can't say that Honorable Ibi Ofisini hasn't done anything in the constituency. He has done it. In fact, he has done more work than the entire MPP in the constituency. So we are talking about Kumewu. Maybe next time when we come here and it's another issues, we will debate.
Yes, yes. Just that it's a coincidence.
Yes, I'm only saying that the people of Kumewu should go and vote for development. They shouldn't go and vote for party colors that they used to do. They should listen to Ghanaians and they should listen to us very, very well. We are sending a word of caution to them. They should go and vote for a representative who will go to the August House. And his thinking is not be like they will be there be approving anything that comes from the government.
Okay.
They should go and vote for someone who will go and represent them very, very well and bring development to them.
Okay.
Not the party colors.
Thank you very much. If you check your time, that is 9:22 currently. You can send in your text messages through the text line that is 024-8764-812. That is the text line. Okay. When it gets to 9:45, we will open the lines and then you call in. And we mentioned earlier that the lines are 03-720-94175. I take it again. 03-720-94175. That is the studio line you have to call to contribute into this program. And the topics we have tabled for the day is the IMF first tranche of 600 million that has hit the bank accounts of Bank of Ghana, or the accounts of Bank of Ghana, and the matters around it. And we're also looking at the second topic, which is the Komau by-elections and matters around it. We have seen footages, okay, from the grounds of the Komau by-elections. We see what the ruling party is doing there currently and what have you. And it has sparked a whole lot of debate. There are some people who are of the belief that the people should collect the materials given them. They should take all the developmental projects there, and at the end of the day vote against the ruling government. And there are some other group of people who believe that they should stick to their mother party, because they believe that even if they swing to the NDC, the chances of the parliamentarian making impact, okay, when it comes to development, in that even though the MPs are not developmental agents, they are supposed to be what? Legislatures who, craft or enact laws. But in this part of the world, we have made MPs to be developmental agents. So some are of the belief that who are coming from the MPP fraternity or friends of MPP are of the belief that the Komawu constituency should maintain the MPP, because even if the NDC had a chance to win this seat, they will not, the member of parliament will not be allowed to do some developmental project he deems to that's in the constituency. Now, we're going to Namza Kali for him to have his own bite on the issue at hand. If you check your time, that is 9:25. You are stopping at 9:40, right? Okay, 9:40 you are stopping. So what do you make of that?
Yes, Chief Ndeeya. You see, sometimes the facts are very clear. You see, very plain.
Omar says you shouldn't be mischievous.
Yes, this one I
should be economical to the
I
issue.
am not going to be mischief in any way. The facts are very clear. You
Really?
see, the point is that Kwemewu is under the Ashanti region.
Okay.
That is Ashanti region. And you know how much seats MPP holds in the Ashanti region.
Okay.
43 seats.
Okay.
To the MPP.
Before you go,
okay.
Moses, I see you. Thank you very much. Abubakar Sadiq Garba, I see you. Thank you very much. Seidu Umar, I see you. Thank you very much. Idrisu Mohammed, yes, you say you locked down, you are enjoying ourselves. Welcome to the program. And a whole lot of you, I can't mention all names. I will mention that at the appropriate time. So
yes, you see, even there, the facts are very clear.
Okay.
Ashanti region itself has been for the MPP since democracy. Since democracy, let me put it that way. You know, there was the run-up that we had in the 2008. Okay. It was Ashanti region and Eastern region we won. MPP won, and that took us to a runoff. 2 regions won.
Okay.
And then NDC won the rest of the region. That was 8 then. 8 regions then. A political party won. One political party won 2 regions, and it took them to a runoff.
They're like the 2020 election.
You see, so NDC has never been serious. They have never been a serious political party.
Really?
I am telling you the fact. You see, even when it comes to elections, and when it comes to governance too, these people, when they make noise like this and they give it to them, when they come, they forget of a whole lot of things.
But someone will say that you too, you are a fan of
releasing.
Words.
The point is that
Okay.
Chief Ndeeya,
yes,
I can point to you and people outside listening to us.
Okay.
I can point to you programs and some policies that this government have been implemented so far. He has mentioned the free senior high school.
Okay.
that is what we have been singing since our opposition for several years. And you know what? It has been implemented. We are benefiting. The good people of this country are benefiting. He was also talking about that if not the free senior house, what again? The pot paperless system that has been implemented by this government is yielding Ghana a huge sum of money in terms of revenue. No, I just want to flash.
If you look at your time, you have spent about 3 minutes.
Yeah, for Komawu, I know it's just it is. I can even use 2 minutes to finish. You understand? The Komawu by election.
I'll give you 1 minute.
I think all the party big wigs have all, in fact, landed in Komowu in the name of, in fact, campaigning for their various candidates.
I heard something. I don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
Is it true or is it rumor that the NPP want to use all means to capture the seat, even though they are aware that currently, as we are, they are sinking. And so, I am told, from a source that cannot be verified, that the MPP as a political party send in some group of armed men with ammunition, to be on standby. If there is, they get to a state that they know that they cannot use all the other, processes to get the seat, then they use that, like the Tochima South. How true is that?
You see, Chief Ndeeya, once the source cannot be verified, we leave it how it is. But we say it is not true. It's a false claim people are making. The fact
but
is
somebody says that there is not rumor that
there can be little truth in it. You see, Dampare and his men, they are all over
he visits the place.
That is it.
Yes.
You saw, if you are somebody who is current, if you are monitoring, you saw Dampare and his men were all over the constituency. So how then did we gather big Pumpangula people to, to go there and
what kind of jargon is this?
We will not be, big men. They say people who are, those guys, those who are aligned to vigilante people. That's what some people are claiming, but that is not
the party macho men.
Party macho men. Chief Ndeeya.
But someone will say that during the 2020 election, Dampare or the IGP Don Kudalo and co was there. When the sad incident happens in Tochima South.
Yes, you see, this is a different case. One constituency. And that one was the whole country.
Ayawasu Wagon is in mind.
Yes, that one too. You know what brought to that issue. You know what brought it. It was people tried to be arrogant in front of security men. That brought to this problem. But you see, Chief Ndeeya, how can someone winning you over 9,000 difference, the votes in Komowu in the last election, that's the 2020 election, the differences between MPP and the NDC was 9,000, not 900 votes.
9,000.
9,000. The NDC candidate had 2,000, only 2,000. That is it. And NPP, we had 11,000 plus.
But someone will say that was then.
With that one,
election,
there was even an independent candidate.
Second.
An independent candidate even performed more than the NDC candidate.
At 20%.
You understand?
21%.
This is the constituency we are talking about, and my good friend Umar will not say the truth. He knows it. He knows what we are talking about today. It is not about we constructing their roads. It is not about putting up infrastructure for them. All those work that has been going on in the constituency is been given to contracts. It is not because of the by-election. You listen to Anyaba, the National Communication Director, Richard Anyaba. If you listen to him very carefully, you know that those work that have been going on has been given to contract.
But is Richard under road ministry.
No,
because
Richard,
he's just a
you
national
know,
communication
that is
officer.
it. But
Someone
you
say
see,
that he's doing the biddings of the
Chief
party.
Ndeeya, you and I can say that he's closer to government machinery
Sure.
even than us.
Sure.
We can say that. So whatever he's saying, we take it to be truth.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? So NDC Komewu is a no-go area for the NDC. They know it. Just that they just want to trumpet.
But there are instances that political parties, in one way or the other, loses grip to their strongholds in elections such as this one. Because my reason is that I am told that the party had an issue with one of the the independent candidates, and that that independent candidate happened to be a strong member of the MPP and also have a lot of grounds when it comes to Komowu as a constituency. Don't you think it's a worry to you as a political party?
For the independent candidate.
Okay.
Imagine it's a worry to us as a political
we'll see
party.
What happened is available.
Yes, it's a worrying situation for us as a party. But given that we are talking about differences, even if we are going to lose votes, let's calculate the 9,000. At least we should lose to 3,000 to the independent.
Sanarago, Felicia had about 24,000.
26,000.
26,000. Meanwhile, it never happens.
You see, depending on the population of each constituency. Really? The Komewu by-election is something that we are going to use to tell the whole country and the NDC that we are prepared to break the eggs.
Really?
I am telling you.
Hey!
We are telling them. We want to use this one to tell them that we are well prepared. You know,
so you still had the breaking the eggs.
Yes, let me quote Mba ABF saying once again. Mba ABF saying once says that if a blind man says tomorrow he's traveling early morning tomorrow, it means the one to lead him in fact is available to him. No, you see, that is
not what
you see. You go no forum jingle. That's what Mbappe.
Okay, very well.
So we are well prepared and we know what we are talking about. Chief Ndeeya,
are you sure you are not going to go the branch up on with?
No, we are not going to do branch up on with. The point is that we know what MPP has attached a very seriousness to election and a very seriousness to the good people of this country. You see, we face challenges and we have accepted. Nana Akufo-Addo himself has admitted that yes, we have challenges and they are working around the clock.
But many are saying that much as you accept that there are challenges and the need for change of way of governance in order to pave way for a better livelihood or a better economic
it's not
you just speak and you work the other way.
You see, it's not a necessity that when there are challenges you change the head. You understand? It is the very important thing is that what is the head doing to change the narrative around you at that time.
But if you look at well around us, sorry if I am saying interjecting.
Okay.
If you look at if you look at the well around, okay, the modus operandi when it comes to governance, I mean proper or prudent governance management. If an economic head is not working, you cut him off. If you look at the UK that we are copying from, they have used about few period to change about 6 heads of their economy.
Even some of them
including Boris Johnson.
Some of them willingly resign.
Therefore, it is a necessity. We shouldn't let anyone deceive us into believing that.
I brought this to
you have an additional minister, so you stop around
the claims or the mindset of the NDC that they should change Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and the MPP. That is where I was coming from.
Okay.
MPP can still be in power. Mm-hmm. We can still change things around to work for the good people of this country.
Really?
I am telling you the fact. You've seen economists.
But they said a journey of 1,000 miles begins
by the very first step. You see, Chief Ndeeya, you have seen all the indicators pointing to the right direction as we speak today.
Okay.
It is telling you and I and people who are outside listening to us that the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo and the economic management team have wake up. If they were sleeping, you understand, have now wake up, working around the clock to make sure that we benefit the brainy that they have. That is why we are talking to these people. You see, it is not about making noise. It is about putting yourself together, bringing the policies and programs that you have, at least testing some of them by implementation. And when you do that, like the free senior high school, people, they were saying, unless maybe about 20 years' time, but we stood on our grounds and say we are going to implement it. Even though, no matter what, there's no policy or program, or there's nothing in this world that you will start and there will not be challenges. You start that one and you begin solving.
So the Komowo by election. What new are you bringing?
Yes, you see, Komowo by election. We told them Nana Akufo-Addo was there, the vice president was there, the ministry, or everybody was there. We told them what we have been doing to them. You see.
So is it true that you have prevented the former MP not to enter into the assembly
which one?
The assembly elections?
Which one?
The video that is being
It's not true. It is just perpetuates people who are just making these false videos and what have you.
They said the party didn't give the man chances to operate within his comfort zone.
It is not true. You see, it is the MPP, all projects in the constituency, I mean the Komowo constituency, is being put up by the MPP government.
Okay.
NDC cannot point to, even if Umar has some, he can bring it to us. They cannot point to one project in the constituency. They have done nothing because they said the constituency, they like MPP too much.
But the party, what do you call it? Sorry, TV3, in an interview with some of the constituents, were complaining some months ago that since the party, since we come into fourth Republican dispensation, that they have been voting the MTP, and yet they had anti-root, they had economic, issues such as unemployment, and other, hospitality issues and what have you, that they've been voting the party, and the party has never done anything for them. Okay.
It is never true and cannot be true.
Okay.
As we speak internally here, not everybody.
That's 9:41.
Exactly.
You have a minute.
When government is in power, not everybody will get whatever we want, unless with patience.
Okay.
So many youth in the Komowo constituency have been given employment, especially the security aspects.
Are you sure you are not going to give out numbers that cannot be verified?
No, I will not give you numbers. I am saying that on the security aspect, huge number of the youths have been given employment, permanent employment, and you have seen their roles being worked on.
Okay.
So at least what NDC cannot point to a project or maybe anything that is very useful to the group.
So in London,
yes,
what will you do to capture the seat or to recapture the seat?
You see, we have started. The government have taxed all the contractors who were given contracts in the constituency to move back to site. To make sure that
because of the by-election.
No, not because of the by-election. You understand? To move back to site, make sure that the work is complete in time, so that their payment will be given to
Thank you very much. That was Namza Kale you just listened to. Yusuf Omar was the one who, opened the gate into the discussion of the Komowo by-election. We are giving him a minute to, as it were, rebut on whatever he thinks didn't go on well with his opponent before we go to the phone lines.
Mr. Dokorobo,
Okay.
from the submission of Namzakari, it is very clear that this government has failed.
Okay.
He has admitted that the government is a failed government and everything that they are doing is on the track of failure.
Okay.
If you are talking of port and paperless,
Okay.
who expanded the port?
Okay.
President John Dramani Mahama and his government. He did it. So we did and commissioned everything. We expanded the port. So anything that is generating fund to this economy, it is through President John Dramani Mahama. Many of the projects.
Okay.
And I've mentioned some of them. The Atuabo gas plant is there. The Terminal 3 is there.
He said that you haven't had a single project within the Komowo constituency.
The Komowo constituency, I'm trying to get my access to. No, you see, you have mentioned that there are roads, whatever. We also constructed roads in that constituency when we were in Ghana. It is not forced. So if you say that you are constructing roads and because of by-election you have forced constructors to go to site, what does it mean? So it means when election is near in Sanaru, the road from Kunyavilla, from Bisco to Kunyavilla, they will get the contractor.
I wish Sanaru had a by-election.
You see, when don't be saying that, we still need our MP. Oh no.
The MP is my brother, my blood brother. So
we still need him. We still need him. He's doing a wonderful job for the constituency. And almost all the projects in Sanaro constituency, they would have forced the construction. Chamasamba is holding one of the construction firms. That is holding one of the routes. From Sanaro Koko to Kasalbu, that route, Chamasamba is holding.
Okay, so
I'm only saying that by-election has its own
dynamism,
yes,
and
its own way of benefiting the people.
Okay.
So Komuhu has their share, but we are not praying that. But in a likely event that any constituency that has it now, you see what this MPP government will do. They are crying that there's no money, there's what. But when you go there, they are sharing money.
Really?
Begging people in churches. I've mentioned it here.
You have evidence to the money sharing?
When you go and buy rice and you put it inside the rubber bag, then you go and be sharing one bowl.
Because I am told, I have seen a particular write-up that they have sent mass lock officers there to give the women loans.
They believe that when they talk about election, so it's all about throwing money.
We saw tracks with
paying electors to go and vote. No. And let me remind you, you see the only policy that they are struggling with, the free cities, is also going to the ditch. From the, there is two things in this country.
We are not discussing it. We'll find time and discuss.
There's two things in this country. When you are doing it, you need to plan very, very well. Education, health.
We'll look at the education, an issue.
So
the by-election.
Be mindful that policy too is not a success.
So you are certain that you are taking the seat from them.
We are taking it. He was mentioning of 9,000. He was mentioning of 9,000. What happened in here?
Okay.
We were holding the seat with 6,000 votes plus different. But you were able to win that seat and add 4,000 votes. So how many votes did 10,000 people have voted?
You can't do this.
And we are telling you, we've won Yendi seat before.
Okay.
They were telling us that Yendi seat is no go area.
No, you know the challenges. You know the problem that
the problem is not Kumo. Yendi, you were saying that the independent candidate cannot affect you for us to win the election. But we use the independent candidate and we're able to win. Kumo is the same thing. Independent candidate is there, and we are going to win.
We are financing the independent.
So, gentlemen, thank you very much. That was the NDC representative in the person of Omar. He has just given his rebut to what Namza Kali indicated earlier. In fact, the Komowo by-election is a developing, story that we will follow keenly. So if there is anything that comes out from that, we shall be looking at it, subsequently. It's about 9:47 in the studio here, and so our phone lines are open. You can call into the program and give your submission. The number to call is 03720 Please, if you call, just deal with the topics at hand. Don't go and deal with issues that we that's not tackle in here. Okay. So you can call us now on 03720 So let me read about these few messages before we proceed. So I had this guy, he said, Abubakar Ishaq, that he enjoy our program, just that the NPP man should be frank with us. That what have you done from sorry that what have you done different from what you are going to do in the past 4 years, okay, and of if you look at the economic livelihood we find ourselves. Now he happened to be a graduate. He graduated from the university in 2018. Since then, he hasn't been able to get job. He's a professional teacher, having Bachelor of Arts degree in education. I shall come back to this message. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry. You can as well call us on 03720 94175. 03720 That is the studio line. You can call in and make your submission. So this gentleman, that there are many who have graduated from a university, Winneba, with the education background, and they haven't been able to be employed. And that he can categorically state that many of his colleagues are languishing. Some of them has now joined the other group to make ends meet. And so that if the government were prudent, they should have looked into their plight. That is what he's putting on across. There's this gentleman, Mohammed Sule. He said that he's enjoying the submission, most especially Namza Kale, and that you should keep the fire flaming. But I would wish for this guy to state his economic status now, so that we'll know whether he is also in the our class, or he's enjoying like Namzakare is enjoying here. Okay, there are so many messages here. There's this guy who just do thumbs up, that what macho, that something macho. In fact, there are so many names here that are so funny. This guy Abakar Saidu and Sadiq Garba, that Facebook Zachi, that is monitored us from Bushegu, and that thanks to the Facebook Live that he's getting it live and clear. Thank you very much, Sadiq Garba. And he said that I should keep it up. Thank you very much for that particular accolade. There is this man, he said he's a teacher. He's teaching while doing the monitoring. Hey, Sharif Mohammed, are you sure? Okay, teach the children very well so that they become the future leaders tomorrow. Okay, there is this one too. Ooh, the messages are like this about 70 something, and they are just coming in halfway. So this one, no name. I cannot be able to read that. Let me go back to my panel. I think I don't know whether there is a network problem or so. You can call us to do our studio line. That is 03720 94175. That is the studio line. We have table two topics today.
Which one did you use for the live feed?
The live feed. That is Dokuru Abakar Ndeeya. Okay, that's our Facebook handle. You can add us and then you follow us. We are live currently as I am speaking. Dokuru Abakar Ndeeya. In fact, the topics we look at is the IMF money that has hit the Bank of Ghana account. We have also looked at the Komowo by elections, and so if you call in, these are what we want you to talk about. So there is this man Hussein Alassan. He said he enjoyed the program, just that he's not happy with the MPP man, that because he himself knows that the country is horse currently. And so
Admitted.
he don't see that. The only thing he sees is that it appears they have just changed an old wine into a new bottle. And okay, let me receive this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Where are you calling us from?
I'm Mustafa calling from Cameroon.
Okay, Mustafa, let's hear you.
And I just want to say hi to my dad, tomorrow.
Okay.
Say we are grateful for his conversation.
Okay.
May God bless him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, I think you are not a politician. Thank you very much. You are not a politician. If you were a politician like when you Michelle and Co, you struggle in the line. Okay. So let me come back to you in wrapping up because we have about 6 minutes to leave the studio here. I started with Namza Kala Umar. So in wrapping up, you have we have 6 minutes to go. So I'll give you 2 minutes each. So that I'll also use the 2 minutes to wrap up. So in wrapping up, the 2 topics we have discussed, what do you make of the 2 topics? What are you going to say about the money? Are we going to spend it prudently? The Komoba election, is it going to go on well in your favor?
For me,
Okay.
I already said that NPP will not do anything good to this country, especially this government again.
Okay.
Because let's look at the amount of money that we have
Okay.
acquired through COVID-19, the
Okay.
amount of money that came into the country.
Okay.
What have they used it for?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any benefit from that money? No. And I want to remind Ghanaians that
But we saw Ayaluna. Why don't you get one?
what is the impact? Who is holding Ayaluna money again? When we were advising them to use that money, invest it, put it onto a certain project that can yield money out of that project. They rejected all our plans and whatever advices that we gave to them. And what I want Ghanaians to know is that IMF is not anything that we should be celebrating on.
Really?
Yes, it's a borrowed money. We are going to pay for it. They will come in with their policies. They will tell the government what to do with the money. It's not like a grant where you will just go and they will give you, go and spend. Even grants, they will even tell you how to spend it. But for IMF, they will come in with their policies.
Okay.
They will take over from our economy.
You have a minute.
They will take over from our economy.
Mm-hmm.
They will handle it and they will know how to manage our economy.
So the small boys,
boys
are in to dictate for you,
Yes,
like the finance
they are
minister state.
The small boys are in. And they will manage the economy for Namza Kale and Dr. Mahmoud.
The Komowo by election.
Yes.
The Komowo by election.
The Komowo, I don't have that much to talk about.
Oh, well, let me receive this caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, your name and where are you calling us from? Hello? What is your name? Nah. Yabon Tinamo. Hello, can you speak English? Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling, my name is Aisha. I'm calling from Ghana.
Okay. Have you listened to the program?
Yes, I'm listening to your program.
Okay, so what's your submission? Okay.
should keep up the good work.
Okay.
And I want to remind the entire model that the American constituency, we are more than 9
Okay.
and before. And we
Okay, what about the topics we table? Aisha, what about the topic we table? The IMF money. We okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Aisha. Okay, okay. Aisha, you are about in particular about Sadargo. Thank you very much. Aisha didn't listen to our program. He just want to call and then thank his coverage. You were, yeah, in fact, talking about the just one up. He's staying now. So, are we going to? Will you give me 1 minute? Yes, to greet. Yes, no, to talk to. You have 30 seconds. We've gone out of an election. Okay. And I was integral part of Honorable Affairs. Okay. And I want to use this opportunity to tell all delegates who came to that venue. Then I believe because this is his constituency, you must find time and bring him for us to question and honorable in the